Let me ask you something honestly. When was the last time you woke up in the morning, stretched, and felt your body respond the way it used to, without effort, without planning, without doubt? For a lot of men watching this, that moment feels distant. Weeks ago, months ago. For some, years. And somewhere along the way, a quiet story starts forming in your mind. I'm older now. This is just how it is. My body's done what it's going to do. I want to stop that thought right there, because it's wrong. Not uncomfortable wrong, not optimistic wrong, medically wrong. Here's the truth most men are never told clearly. What's happening in the bedroom is almost never just about the bedroom. It's about blood flow. It's about circulation. It's about the condition of the highways inside your body that deliver oxygen and nutrients to every organ, including the ones that matter most for intimacy. If those roads are narrowed, stiff, or inflamed, performance suffers. Not because you're broken, but because the system is underfueled and overworked. And if you're relying only on a pill while ignoring what you eat every day, you're not fixing the issue. You're temporarily overwriting it. That's like putting premium tires on a car with dirty fuel lines. It might move, but it won't run well for long. Here's the encouraging part. Your body is not retired. It's adaptable. It responds to the signals you give it. Food is one of the strongest signals you send. Today, you're going to learn 5 specific, science-backed foods that support healthy blood flow naturally. Foods that work with your biology, not against it. These are not miracle cures. They are foundations. And when the foundation improves, confidence follows. Before we get into it, take a second and let me know where you're watching from. I always like seeing how far this conversation reaches. And if this kind of honest, no-nonsense men's health talk matters to you, show that support with a quick like and subscribe. It helps more men hear information they were never taught. Now, let's clear up a dangerous myth. Aging is inevitable. Loss of function is not. When things stop responding the way they used to, it's a signal, not a sentence. The goal here is not to shame medication or replace medical care when it's needed. The goal is optimization, because when the body is supported properly, everything works better. Sometimes enough that dependence decreases, sometimes enough that confidence returns even before performance fully does. And confidence matters more than most men realize. Let's start with the first foundation food, berries. The vascular protectors. Think of your blood vessels like flexible hoses. In youth, they're elastic and responsive. Over time, stress, poor diet, and inflammation make them rigid and narrow. Berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, are rich in compounds that protect the inner lining of those vessels. That lining is called the endothelium. When it's healthy, it releases nitric oxide, and nitric oxide is what tells blood vessels to relax and open. No nitric oxide, no reliable blood flow. No reliable blood flow, no reliable performance. Large population studies have shown that men who regularly eat flavonoid-rich foods have significantly fewer circulation-related issues. But beyond the biology, something else happens. When your body starts responding again, even subtly, that constant background anxiety fades. Intimacy stops feeling like a test. It becomes connection again. Practically speaking, aim for 1 cup a day. Fresh or frozen, both work. Just don't drown them in sugar. Inflammation undoes the benefit. Next, pistachios. Small food, powerful effect. These are more than a snack. They're raw material. Pistachios are rich in an amino acid your body uses to produce nitric oxide. That means they don't force anything, they support the process. Clinical trials have shown noticeable improvements in circulation and erectile function after just a few weeks of consistent intake. What men often report first isn't dramatic performance, it's readiness. Less planning, less hesitation, more spontaneity. That psychological shift alone changes everything. The amount used in studies is roughly 2 handfuls a day. Unsalted is important. Too much sodium tightens blood vessels and works against you. Mid-afternoon is a great time for these. They stabilize energy without a crash. Now, let's talk about one that surprises people. Dark chocolate, circulation's signal booster. When inflammation and oxidative stress are high, the body's messages get scrambled. Dark chocolate contains compounds that reduce that static. These compounds improve vessel flexibility and support nitric oxide availability. But the quality matters. The benefit comes from cocoa, not sugar. Dark means at least 70% cocoa. Higher is better. Beyond circulation, there's a mental effect. Chocolate supports neurotransmitters associated with pleasure and relaxation. When the mind eases, the body follows. 1 or 2 small squares a day is enough. More is not better. If caffeine sensitivity is an issue, avoid it late in the evening. At this point, you might notice a theme. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just consistent support. And this is where many men make a quiet realization. Their body wasn't failing them. It was asking for better input. Take a breath here, because what comes next ties everything together. Now let's talk about the foods that don't just protect blood flow, they actively turn it on. This is where many men feel the biggest shift, not just physically, but mentally. Because once circulation improves consistently, something important happens. You stop wondering if your body will respond, and you start trusting that it can. Leafy greens and beets, the nitric oxide engine. If your body were a performance vehicle, nitrates would be the premium fuel. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, and especially beets, are packed with natural nitrates. When you eat them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide. This process doesn't force blood flow, it allows it. Think of it like widening a road instead of pushing more cars onto it. Where there was congestion, there's now space. Where there was resistance, there's now ease. Men often notice something unexpected when they start fueling this way. It's not just improvement below the waist. Legs feel lighter, stamina improves. That constant afternoon fatigue fades. You feel more capable overall. A large serving of greens daily does the job. A spinach salad or a small glass of beet juice. One important tip most people miss: don't use mouthwash immediately afterward. The natural bacteria in your mouth play a role in converting nitrates into nitric oxide. And yes, beets can tint your urine or stool red. That's normal. It's pigment, not a problem. Now we arrive at the food that gets the most attention, and for good reason. Watermelon, the natural ignition switch. Watermelon contains a compound that your body converts into arginine, which then becomes nitric oxide. That's the same biological pathway targeted by many prescription medications. Researchers have even referred to watermelon as a natural performance enhancer, not because it's magical, but because it works with the body instead of overriding it. If your berries protect the system and greens fuel it, watermelon is what gets everything moving. This is the food that often brings back belief. Belief that your body still knows what to do. Belief that you're not dependent on a prescription to feel normal. Most people miss the most powerful part of the fruit, the white rind. That's where much of the beneficial compound is concentrated. Blend a little of it in. You won't taste it, but your body will notice. 1 to 2 cups is enough. Because it's naturally hydrating and vasodilating, many men feel a difference within a few hours. Just know it's also a mild diuretic. Plan accordingly. Now let's bring this all together, because information without action doesn't change anything. Here's the simplest way to start without overwhelm. Think of this as rebuilding, not fixing. The easiest entry point is what I call a morning vitality blend. 1 cup of berries, 2 cups of watermelon, including some rind, a handful of spinach. Blend it, drink it slowly. That's 3 foundational supports before your day even begins. No willpower, no complexity. For the first week, just do that. In the second week, add pistachios as your afternoon snack. In the third week, replace sugary dessert with a small piece of dark chocolate. That's it. No extreme rules, no punishment. Layering habits works because the body adapts gradually. Now let's set expectations honestly. This is not a 1-hour solution. You didn't lose responsiveness overnight, and you won't restore it instantly. But within 2 to 4 weeks, many men notice changes. Morning responsiveness improves, energy stabilizes, confidence returns quietly before performance fully does. And that confidence changes behavior. You stop bracing for disappointment. You stop withdrawing emotionally. You show up differently. And that alone deepens connection. This isn't about reclaiming your 20s. It's about protecting your vitality now, about staying present, capable, and connected for years, not months. Here's something I need you to hear clearly. You are not expired. You are not a diagnosis, and you are not alone. Aging doesn't mean surrendering intimacy. It means adapting intelligently. Men who thrive later in life aren't luckier. They're informed and willing to act. Your body wants to respond. It wants to function. You just have to give it the signals it understands. If this message gave you clarity or even a little hope, support it. A like tells the algorithm this matters. A subscription keeps these conversations coming. And if you know someone who's quietly struggling, share this with him. Men don't talk about this enough, but we should. Drop a comment and tell me which food you're starting with. Watermelon? Greens? Those pistachios? I read more than you think. Remember this. Vitality is something you don't lose. It's something you maintain. And the choice to start is always available. Stay strong.